This is a quick introduction to your website. The things on this might change a little bit down the road, but at this stage of development, it's pretty close to being ready to start shipping out and to get some feedback on it. So what I'm going to do is just kind of walk you through the basics of logging into your site and using some of the features. So the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, to move your way through this site is to log on. But first, I'll just kind of give you a quick tour of what's here. Your home page is, essentially just kind of your introduction to your site. It can say whatever you want to do. Your inventory, this is what you're selling. Obviously, if you look into these pages, you can see the products that you've got. It will show the picture of it, the title, and if you click in, you can get in to see the details. This is what the customer is going to see when they come to your site. This has been set up to work on any device. It will work on a phone or on a tablet desktop browser. I'm showing you here is a desktop browser version of it. So you can kind of get through your inventory this way. It's pretty straightforward for the user to go through and see. You can read a little bit about us. Obviously, I haven't put much in here. And then a contact us page. So pretty typical features of a website today. So what we're going to do next is to get into the real nuts and bolts of your site. We're going to log in. I've already got an account created. When you set up your site, or when I set it up for you, you'll get an email that will have a process for you to create an account. But since I've already got one, I'm going to go ahead and use mine to get in. You can see this takes us back to the home page. Well, this doesn't really do much for us, so we're going to want to change it. So all I'm doing here is I'm seeing what's on the page and I'm clicking it. I'm going to say I'm going to change the title, and I'm going to change some text here. You can do a lot of things in the screen. You can change. This is kind of like a Word editor. It gives you the options to make some text bold, italicized. You can change colors. There's a whole series of styles that you can choose from. These styles will show you kind of basically how it's going to look. A few extra things on that, but large text. You can change the font, the size of it. So pretty good customizations there. If you wanted to make a bullet list, you could pretty easily do that. So this feature is set up to be as simple as it possibly can be. You click on the page and you can start editing. The save button here will save whatever you've made changes to. You'll see a green little notification here says your changes have been saved, and once we move away from this page and go back, we should see the exact same thing. Brower Online, welcome to my site. You're going to have a lot more to say there. Another thing worth mentioning is that if you have some images you want to bring onto this page, here, Glenn, you just click it to set the editor, and if you have an image you want to add, just drag it from your desktop or wherever it is on your computer and drop it right here. You'll see this little thing shows up. It says we're doing something, and your image is uploaded. In the old days, you'd have to click browse to find your file to hit upload. That's changed in the new versions of browsers that are available. So now when you want to add an image to your page, just drag it and drop it right on your page. We've already got your logo added all over, so I'll take that out. I'll resave this. We'll see your notification's been saved again. So this kind of feature is available everywhere. This is your home page. When you look down here on the footer of your page, here again we've got it. You can, I'm for consistency keeping your name the same as we have up here, but you can use this to add whatever you want to your footer section over here. There's another one here. There's actually one on this side that you can't see, but if there's something you want to say on every page here at the bottom, you can say it here. So this is very customizable, very flexible. So that is how to edit content on your pages. real quick introduction, but once you start playing around with this, you'll find all sorts of things. You can add links, pictures if you want to do it this way. Honestly, it's easier to add it just by drag and drop. You can add a table. How many rows and columns do you want to have? Some of these more advanced features you just got to play around with to know. If you prefer to work in Word, you can type up what you want to show on the page and click this Word button up here. You can paste it into this box, and it will show pretty much exactly like you have it in your Word document. Here again, this is pretty quick intro, so I don't want to get too far into those details. Moving along to inventory, this is probably where you're going to be most interested in. When you click on the inventory page, this just gives you the same list of all of your categories. So you can see here, category page. There's nothing showing on this one. What is that? In this case, I did an import from an existing site, so there's going to be a few things that weren't actually on the existing site. So there's something going on here. I can see on this vehicles page, we've got problems with that. So I'm just going to delete this category just to show how this works. You might not really want to do this on your site once it gets live, but when you hit delete, you'll see here it'll ask you, do you want to delete this, just to make sure. Now it's working in the background. It's deleting all the images, it's deleting all the folders, it's deleting everything associated with this vehicles category. And when it comes back, you see that vehicles category is gone. So that will work for any of these categories listed here on your inventory column. If you have stuff in there that you want to keep, it's probably not the best way to go. But it's nice. It's convenient to be able to get rid of stuff. There was another category here before that had nothing in it. I think antiques on your current site, that there's nothing there. So I went ahead and deleted that. So when we, here again, you can see, okay, click to add. You'll see this kind of default content. Click here to learn how to add products to your category. They'll take you to help page to explain what I'm showing here, but it's the same thing. Boats and trailers, well, that's not haulers. Let's get consistent here. Boats and boat trailers. We don't want to say this. I'm not sure what you're going to want to say for your category pages, but you go ahead and click save, and same kind of details. Category details. This is boat and boat trailers. Here's what's showing up on the left on your menu here. It'll also show up on the page title, which is up, on the very top of your browser. So your menu names here, page title is your browser. Description, this is kind of for like search engine optimization. I haven't gotten into learning that much about it myself, but it basically puts in the description and your keywords kind of fields. There's some more work for me to do here to better understand it myself and to make it more useful. But that's kind of thinking forward. You can use it now if you understand how to do that. But we'll go ahead and save this category. You could delete it. You can add a product here. So let's kind of work through that. I'll just do a test product, and I'll give it a price of $100, and whatever description you're going to want to show. Test product tags are, again, another feature that will be used in the future. It's not really relevant now, so I wouldn't even spend too much time thinking about the tags at this point. Let me find some images here. Okay, so this will be a test product, and we basically want to add an image of our test product here. So the way we're going to do this again is we're just going to drag an image right onto, you can see drag and drop files here. Go ahead and do that. It'll upload it. It'll create a thumbnail, create all the different sizes that it's going to need to appear on your site, and there it is. So you've got a product there. Let's say, usually you'll take more than one picture. So if you've got more than one picture, that's great. You can select more than one at a time and drag them to your site. So if you have 2 or 3 pictures that you want to add at once, you can drag 2 or 3 of them here. So this one, you can see it says 2 pictures. All right. We'll do 2 at a time. You can drag, basically, if you take 5 or 6 pictures, however many you take, just select them all on your folder, drag them right to this box, and it's done. So we've put in the product, we put in the price, short description, and we'll go ahead and create a new product here. So now this should show up on your website, and you can see that it does. Obviously it's in the wrong category. It's not a boat. So, but it kind of shows you how to do that. Since I added this to the wrong category, you can see how it will now show up for the end user. But I realize that's not going to fit into, lawnmower is not going to fit into a boat category. So let's delete that product. Here again, it's going to say, are you sure you want to delete it? We don't want to accidentally delete our stuff. So we'll delete that one out, and it will take us back to our category. You can see it's gone. So that's the real basics of working with your inventory. When you go to the inventory page itself, you can say add a new category. So somewhere down the line you want to add a whole new category that something that we don't have yet. You can do that here. It's going to work the same. Basically your menu name and your page title are the most important. These other features I'll get into later. They're definitely valuable, but they're not totally done yet. So I just want to get this out as soon as possible and get feedback on what I got. So that's inventory. That's a real big thing. About us. This is going to work like it has on your other site. Let's see. We can just take your content from here and let's put that in your new page. And there you go. This is meant to be ultra simple, ultra easy. There's not a lot of button clicks. You click on what it is you want to change and you go ahead and change it. We probably want to take this out. That doesn't really say much there, so we'll take that out. Contact page, there's kind of the same story again. Contact us. Probably don't need to say that at the top. Our location, we can get rid of that. So we'll show your address at the top. It's pretty obvious that there's a map, so we'll get rid of some of that stuff. So here we are. Here's our address. If you want to send something, here's where we are on a map. This is a fully interactive map. An email form. So that this is here again. All of this is changeable. You can say whatever you want to say here. That's a big improvement from the last site, where it was kind of hard coded in there, and once it's there's not much you can do about it. So change away. You'll get good at this pretty quick. People will go in here and they'll enter their email address. So I'll say Nathan, and put in my name, and I'll put in my email address, and the subject is hello, and the message will be this is a message from your site. You'll get this in your email box once I hit submit here. It's not going to work on this demo because I'm actually running this on my local machine here, but I'll go ahead and click submit. This, once it's out on the website, will actually submit an email to you that you'll receive. That's our pretty much the introduction of this thing. There's a lot to it. This website's meant to be very easy to use, work on all devices, all browsers, with the exception of some pretty old browsers, especially Internet Explorer. If you go back a number of years with Internet Explorer, you can't make anything work with new browsers and old Internet Explorer. But pretty much any version of Firefox, Chrome, Opera, Safari, any of the major browsers out there, even the new Internet Explorer 9 and 10, and whatever they're going to come out with next, this is going to work on all of those browsers, plus your phone, your tablet, whatever device you're going to come up with next. This is a very flexible system that scales. This is just a kind of a brief preview, but this shows you what it might look like on a phone. Your content all stacks differently, so you can see it on a narrower device. Your menu works differently, so that you're able to go through these things like you would on a phone. And so, I definitely encourage you to try it out on your phone, to try it out on anything that you're able to use, and see how it works for you, and let me know what you find. I am hoping this is going to be a significant improvement from your last site, which I think is still a fine site, but technology's changed and this gets you a little bit further along. So hope this has been helpful. And when you're done, go ahead and log off. The help section, that will pretty much run you through what I've just already done on this video. So anytime you have any questions or run into anything that doesn't make sense or just doesn't work the way it should, anything that you think should be there that's not there, let me know about this, because I get the most out of that kind of feedback. So anyway, hope this has been helpful and a good use of 15 minutes from your day. I'll go ahead and stop this video and let you run from here. Thank you.